Tracking a con man.
We've learned a notorious Rhode Island swindler serving a dozen years at the ACI in the wake of a Target 12 investigation exposing his crimes has been shipped out of state.
As we've reported, Kevin Millette has a trail of victims up and down the East Coast, including a former NHL player and a disabled woman looking for a handicap van.
Target 12 investigator Tim White has been tracking the convicted con man for years. He's here now with the latest.
It's hard to say just how much money Kevin Millette is accused of conning out of people over the decades, but our reporting alone has the count approaching $1 million.
State your name and date of birth for the record, please.
Kevin Millette.
In 2011, Target 12 told you all about Kevin Millette of North Smithfield.
Because this man right here is wanted up and down the East Coast.
At the time, he was accused of bilking $85,000 from Rhode Islander and former NHL player Jeffrey Gilson. William Devereaux was Gilson's lawyer at the time.
Do you suspect there are more victims than what you know about?
Yeah, I don't think this guy can contain himself.
Once our report aired, Target 12 heard from others.
Took advantage of myself and a lot of other people around here, so I don't take that very lightly.
He knew I was desperate for money. And
he took advantage of you.
I realized that, but I believed him then.
Months later, the Rhode Island State Police tracked Millette down in New Jersey.
As far as I'm concerned, you're a menace to society.
Millette pleaded no contest to charges in 2012 and given a 40-year sentence, but 12 to serve behind bars. Fast forward to today, and Millette is no longer at the ACI. Target 12 discovered he was moved here to the Worcester County House of Corrections. Why? According to court records obtained by Target 12, Millette's past continues to catch up with him. In December, prosecutors in Massachusetts had Millette transferred there so he could face charges dating back to 1992. According to evidence in the case file, Millette cut two checks, one for $11,000 and another for $23,000 to purchase two motorcycles from a Northborough bike shop. Police say he took the motorcycles, but the checks were junk. Target 12 found a similar MO in other cases, including a 1999 federal case out of Virginia where he was convicted of scamming a group of investors of more than $600,000, promising them a collection of motorcycles but never delivering. Court records show the judge in the Northborough case noted Millette had a record of flight to avoid prosecution. Millette is representing himself, in a motion he argues the case should be dismissed, for one, because it is well beyond the 6-year statute of limitations. But a Target 12 review of Massachusetts law finds the statute of limitations freezes when the suspect is out of state. And he's been out of state for much of that time. We've tracked him from Rhode Island to New Hampshire and even Florida. Coming up new at 6, we check his prison records here in Rhode Island to reveal when he's likely to once again be a free man. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, Eyewitness News.
And Tim will be back with those new details as this Target 12 investigators exclusive Tracking a Con Man continues on Eyewitness News at 6.
New details now in a Target 12 investigators exclusive Tracking a Con Man. We've uncovered this notorious Rhode Island swindler will likely serve far less than the 12 years he was sentenced to. And to add insult to injury, we've learned one victim from this case has seen very little of the money he lost. At 5, we told you how Kevin Millette's past is apparently catching up to him. We've learned he's been shipped off to a Massachusetts jail to face another charge that he scammed someone in that state. Target 12 investigator Tim White has been tracking this con man for years and is here now with the latest.
Kevin Millette is very good at what he does. Unfortunately, through years of reporting, we found that means victims up and down the East Coast are out hundreds of thousands of dollars.
State your name and date of birth for the record, please.
Kevin Millette.
Over the decades, Kevin Millette of North Smithfield has left a shocking path of financial destruction.
As far as I'm concerned, you're a menace to society. You leave a wake of victims wherever you go.
I knew him, so I believed everything he told me.
He used this money for his own personal use.
After Target 12 exposed his wrongdoing in 2011,
because this man right here is wanted up and down the East Coast.
The Rhode Island State Police tracked him down on the run in New Jersey. After pleading no contest in 2012, Millette was sentenced to 40 years with 12 to serve at the ACI. But prison records show Millette has earned 480 days off his sentence for good time and another 48 days shaved away for jobs he worked inside prison walls. So far, that's roughly a year and a half off his sentence and counting. Millette is serving time on a conviction that he bilked $85,000 from Rhode Islander and former NHL player Jeff Gilson. Gilson's lawyer tells Target 12 in the last 5 years, Millette has paid back just $4,000 in restitution, and that's only because they put a lien on one of Millette's rental properties. The lawyer says that property has since been foreclosed on, so the money has stopped coming in. As Target 12 reported, Millette was moved out of the ACI in December and sent to the Worcester County House of Corrections in Massachusetts. He's there to face charges from a 1992 case accusing him of buying 2 motorcycles with bad checks, then disappearing. An ACI spokesperson says the time he spends in Massachusetts awaiting trial will go toward his Rhode Island sentence. When he gets out of prison, he'll be on probation for 30 years. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, Eyewitness News.
The Target 12 investigators are always looking to uncover news. If you want to send a tip or report government waste, you can call our tip line at 228-1763 or email us at target12@wpri.com.